All right, y'all. Okay, I am so excited about this call because I am very, very passionate about teaching people how to work this incredible business into the nooks and cranny of their day. And so this is going to be a little bit of a different call. This is going to be probably more of a power hour. So if you just got on, I want you to have a notebook and a pen at your fingertips because we are going to get to work tonight and try to make the most of your time. So get your notebook. If you have a calendar, if maybe you have a previous list out or something like that, those would all be good things to have. And I am going to make Tina the host so that she can help me admit people into the call because I forgot to turn that off. But all right. So as we are approaching a really busy season, I know for me, my kids are back in school and they're in 1,000 different activities on top of volunteer responsibilities have picked up. And then all of our normal responsibilities. We all have these really, really busy seasons in life, and figuring out how we can fit in sharing about the amazing products that we have is so important because y'all, now more than ever, like, can you imagine the crazy seasons of your life and not having, I mean, let's be real right now, Plexus Active. Like, I cannot live without Active or the pink drink or any of the products. They help me sustain my energy, help me improve my focus, my digestion, and really like make it through the day. So then when you put on this like busy season on top of all of that, y'all, we are doing our friends out there a disjustice by not sharing during this busy season. So I am going to kind of give you this call is really going to lead up to our 3-day IPA challenge. And if you do not know what that means, it just simply means income producing activities. So those are things that are going to help you move the needle. Some things we have coming up this month. We have a 3-day challenge on the 22nd of August, which will be held on our Get Health and Happiness page. If you are not a part of that page, if you will get with your sponsor, when I upload the recording, I will also try to put the link to that page in the comments so that you can make sure to join that page. We have a lot of events on that page every month. That is a great page for your customers to be a part of. And we have so many amazing things going on. Next Wednesday night, we're going to do a back to school event on that page. And so be looking for our IPA challenge will be leading up to inviting to that. But we're going to start off by giving out your list. And if you are getting out a blank, actually just a blank sheet of paper, if you're a computer girl and you would rather type something into your notes, that is completely fine too. But we are just going to have our little blank document here. So once you have your blank sheet of paper, your computer ready, I just want you to drop like a 1 in the comments so that I know that you are ready to go. I want you to make sure you have a pen or a pencil handy, and we're going to kind of get to work. If you have looked at the team pages today, I know they kind of like 2 separate posts came up. One is explaining a little bit about our IPA challenge, and the second one that literally was just posted, I know for sure on the One Tribe page, it was posted at 7 o'clock tonight. It is your homework assignments for tomorrow. Well, you are so lucky if you're on this call tonight because we're going to work on that tonight. So you are going to be ahead of the game and ready to go, and that will be giving you more time to work and do some extra stuff for tomorrow. So the first item on that IPA challenge, so for the next 3 days, you will have your assignment will be posted at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So if you're Central, it's 6 o'clock. If you're in California, I'm really not sure what time it is, but you can probably figure it out. So 7 o'clock Eastern every single night. It will be posted on the One Tribe page. I know that several other of our team is also posting it on their page, but just for my page, it will be for sure posted the night before at 7 o'clock. So that way people that work, if you're busy, you'll be able to pre-plan ahead. The first item on that list is what I like to call your hot list 20. And I know that you've probably heard of like making a list, and sometimes it can be really overwhelming. Thank you, Ann. 4 p.m. in California. I know that it could be really overwhelming. And because when I first started, they're like, make a list of 100 people. And I'm like, oh my word, that is really overwhelming. I don't even know if I know 100 people. When I started, y'all, I had like 200 friends on Facebook, maybe. So that felt really overwhelming to me. And so we have just condensed it down over the years. And right now we're doing now I like to do what's called like a hot 20 list. So those are people that, what we're going to do, we're just going to start right now at the top of your page. We're going to write hot 20, and I already started on mine. Hot 20. So September hot 20 list. Write that at the top of your page. And then I want you to go and I want you to number 1 through 20 down the line. And as soon as you're done, put a 2 in the comments. And if you already have a list, we are doing a brand new list for September. I think that this is such a good idea to do every single month. I noticed I don't always do it. However, I noticed at the times in my business that I've been most successful is when I do this, because it helps me recenter and refocus. And so these are the people that you are going to put on this list are going to be, and you might only get 5 or 6 names tonight or right now to start off with. And y'all, that is completely okay. So the people's names that we are going to be putting on this list are going to be people that maybe have expressed interest. Maybe they've asked you questions. People that maybe they were going to order last month, but they still haven't placed their order yet. Or maybe they have had a sample, or you've sent them a testimony or something like that. So there's those people. So that's the first group of people that we're going to write down. And I don't know about you, but I write stuff like everywhere. In fact, I pulled out a notebook the other day, and I have like at least 20 notebooks in my side desk drawer full of different lists of people's names. So what I like to do a lot of times, and I also write it on my calendar. So what I like to do when I'm doing my hot list 20, I usually go through, if there's a place where you write down like gave somebody samples or whatever, that's where I like to go to kind of start refreshing my mind of people that were interested. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you just a few minutes to write down on your list people that are interested, have expressed interest. And as you're writing those down, if you need help with thinking about people, you could also go to your social media post and see like if there's someone that has liked one of your social media posts or commented on your social media post. That's a really good place to go. to kind of see maybe if, you know, you're trying to jog your memory of people that have expressed interest. Like I said, I write it on my calendar, and a lot of times I'll pull up my old list and kind of go through if I'm trying to jog my memory there. Okay, as soon as you are done writing those names down, comment in the chat how many names you got on your list. Another really good place to go is if you're kind of like trying to remember names of people that might have, you know, looking at your text messages, looking at your Facebook or Instagram messages. Sometimes I go through and I'm like, oh my goodness, I completely forgot this girl was interested or maybe asked me a question. So those are all, you know, I kind of just look a little bit of everywhere. And like I said, that is why for me, this list has been so amazing, because it really, really helps me refocus. And I currently use, Sarah asked me about the calendar that I use. I currently use Erin Condren, but for personal reasons, I am choosing not to use her anymore. And I found a really good calendar called the Prayerful Planner. And I will send you that link if I can find it. Yes, that's awesome. And she was saying she goes back to text messages or messenger to remember names who she sent samples to or are in the process. Let me pull this up real fast. So now that we have our list ready, we have our list started. I also want you to think about maybe people that haven't expressed interest, but that immediately come to your mind when you think, wow, this person could use more energy. This person I know struggles with sleep or anxiety or has thyroid issues, maybe an autoimmune issue. So I want you to write down friends that you think of that maybe struggle with a health issue that could benefit from Plexus. And when you write their name down, what I like to do, maybe it's someone you just, saw Christiana post the other day about having another migraine again, or whatever it is. When you write that person's name down, and it's like, you might need to go to, so sometimes if I'm like trying to think of people, same thing, like I open up my phone and I scroll through my address book, and then I just start thinking like, Christiana has migraines, Lacey struggles with energy. So as I write those people's names down, I put their name and then maybe a reason why I would want to reach out to them, because they're looking for weight loss, or they need energy, or whatever that is. So I'll give you a few minutes to write that down. And like I said, sometimes I'll even, look through my address book. I'll pull up my Facebook friends. I like start scrolling through that, and it helps me start thinking of people that I haven't reached out to. And I promise you, if you think you have reached out to all of your people, I promise you have not, because I have been doing this business for almost 7.5 years, and I am still constantly meeting new people, adding the people to the funnel. And I promise you, there are people that I've known for years that I probably have not messaged yet. So there are always people in the pool that we can reach out to. Now we're also going to be thinking about, who do we know that maybe their kid is in select soccer or band? Lori is on here tonight, my band mom. Or Jen is a band girl. Sports, band, extracurricular activities. Who do we know that could benefit for, extra income? Maybe you know someone that has been laid off of work and is looking for work. Maybe you just know someone that could use some extra money. I mean, hey, I don't care how much money you have. Everybody can use an extra $100 or whatever it is. So I like to write those people down. And then, like I said, when I write people down on my list, I put like why what I think about, hey, looking for extra work, has 3 kids in select sports. Sports are not expensive or not cheap. So you can continue on with that list throughout. Let me make sure I'm not muted as I'm talking here. Throughout the week, if if you're looking in the chat and you're playing this horrible comparison game and you're like, oh my goodness, Sarah got 50 people on her list and I have 3. Y'all, it's okay. It's not a race. It's not a competition of who can get the most people. It just means we need to, keep funneling. Like, this list is forever growing. I mean, I just kind of started tonight, right before the call, because I wanted to have an example. And I think I worked on it for like 15 minutes and I have 12 people. And, so I'm still like adding people on here. It's constantly an ever evolving list throughout the month. So if you have 5 people, if you have 50 people on your list, you can always continue to add as people like your post, as people comment, as people, you have conversations with people throughout the month. But this is just here to help give you a focus. And like I said, I want to encourage you to do this at the beginning of every single month. Just start your new list, and you can have just one notebook where you do it every month. You can put it all in your calendar, whatever works best for you. So what we are going to be doing with this list this week, we are going to be reaching out to people about our 3-day challenge. And then I also have some 5-day, some follow-up messages that I'm going to be giving you to do throughout the week. Another thing that I want you to think of when you look at these people, when you pray over this list, I want you to think about, like, when you're specifically posting on social media, which I am going to give you topics and things to think about sharing in social media. I want you to be intentional with your sharing. And whether that be like, that Lori has thyroid issues. I don't think you have thyroid issues, Lori, but I'm just like, you're the person that's in my main screen here. So but that she has thyroid issues. So maybe you want to post a success story about thyroids, or maybe you want to post something in your story. So be really intentional about the way that you share on social media, that it's something that would target these people, whether it's something that you share in your stories or something that you share directly on social media. You also want to be, this is also a really good list that every time you post on social media, you always want to do a thing that's called like priming the pump, is what I call it. So engaging before and engaging after. So this list, again, is a great thing to pull out when you're like, okay, I'm going to intentionally engage with the first 5 people on my list before, then I'm going to do my post, and then I'm going to engage with 5 more people on my list, because it kind of gets you active and engaging with their stuff. Now, you don't go, if they never share on social media, you don't go to from their post like 5 years ago and comment on something. Like, don't make it weird, right? But you can go in there and share if they have a story. Like if they've posted stories are such a great way to get in the comments. So it's just like, comment on their story, and then all of a sudden, guess what? You're in their message box. So it's such a great way to engage with people. And that's something that we're going to be working on as we're doing our post this week. So we're going to have, this week, we will have 3 different tasks every single day. You will have a message, which I just noticed it's not included in the comments. So I'll go in there and put the message in the comments. You will have a message, and then you will have a share on social media post, which for tomorrow, your share on social media post, I am very much into themed days of the weeks, because it makes it easy for me to remember how to post in my head. Like, it's just like, today is Tuesday, so I'm going to post a testimony because it's Testimony Tuesday, or Wellness Wednesday, so I'm going to post a wellness tip. Thankful Thursday, Freedom Friday. And I have like a hashtag for every single day in my head memorized, but it just makes it easy. If I can't think of what to post, I'm like, okay, what is today? And then that helps me think about what to post. So tomorrow is, going along with our theme, is Wellness Wednesday. So tomorrow you are going to share a wellness, you're going to take a picture, a selfie, and y'all don't be afraid to take pictures of yourself and post them on social media. I actually was like, people want to see you. And actually, when I first started Plexus, I'm like, oh my gosh, these people think I'm probably so full of myself because I have so many pictures. And I still kind of like look at especially on Instagram, you'll look, I'm like, oh, me. I need to throw in a picture with my kids. So if you don't want to do a selfie and you want to do a picture with your kids or your dog with the BioCleanse or probiotic, but tomorrow we are going to do a Wellness Wednesday post. You can snap a selfie of yourself, or you can snap a picture of your dog or your kid or whatever with one of your favorite products that is not the pink drink. Y'all, sometimes people think, oh, Plexus, it's the pink drink, right? And that's all they know about Plexus. So I want to challenge you to get outside your box of always, posting a selfie with a pink drink. Do a post on Active. You could do a post on, I think the ProBio is one of our best products on the market, the X Factor vitamin, whatever is one of your favorite products. And then you're going to share your experience and a quick fact about that. Why do you love it? Spark curiosity talking about that product. So that's one of the things that we're going to do tomorrow. And then our second thing that we're going to do every single day is we are going to be sharing in our stories. Stories are so key. If you do not know, actually with your posts and your stories, if you have an Instagram and a Facebook, you can actually connect them both together so that when you post on Instagram, it goes to Facebook. There's a little tricky there as far as with engaging and priming the pump, and I'll share that in a second. But you can also post a story on Instagram and it will go to Facebook. If you do not know how to connect those, I'll try to do like a little screen recording later and post it under the recording to show you how to do that. But it's just such a good way to kind of like kill two birds with one stone, I guess. So you still want to, before you do the post, you still want to go on Facebook, comment, go on Instagram, comment. So it kind of is like double the work, but then you get it done. So spend about 5 minutes before and after, or a couple minutes before, a couple minutes after, and then you get it done. Okay, so we're going to be posting on our social media in our stories. Now, when you are sharing in your stories, this is something that I want to challenge you all to do this week. Let's get out of our comfort zone and actually share a recording of yourself in your story. I want you to be real. I want you to be vulnerable. I want you to share, maybe it's something that's happened throughout your day. I'm telling you, like one day I started talking about, I'm like, hey, everyone thinks I have this like clean, polished life. Well, let me show you my living room. And y'all, I still have a box fort in the middle of my living room from COVID. And I have Bob the wrestling man or whatever the dude is in a trampoline. Like, people want to know your real life behind the scenes. So think about what that could be and, show people. And I promise you, if you think it's stupid, people will love it. The more real and authentic you are. I also want to encourage you to share a little bit, talk a little bit about your testimony. It doesn't have to be a long thing in your stories, but when you are sharing in your stories, here are some tips. You need to look directly in the camera. You need to talk to an audience of one. So if I'm talking, I'm not going to say, hey, friends, hey, everybody. I'm going to say, hey, how are you doing today? And maybe go into, I want to share, I don't know if you're anything like me, but I want to share, whatever it is that I have going on. I want to show you my real life today. Or, the more real that I've gotten, or, I think I shared one day where I was just like, I don't know about you, but is anyone else feeling extremely, are you feeling really overwhelmed right now? I would love some tips on how to organize my day. Doing little polls in your stories are really good. I'll give you some more ideas on what to share. There's some graphics with ideas on sharing in your stories for September. Also, when you share in your stories, you want to spread it throughout the day. I don't know about you, but I used to be that person that was like, oh crap, it's midnight and I have not posted on social media today. So I'm going to find a bunch of stories that I can do and post them at midnight in my stories, and then check I've posted on social media. That's not necessarily a good thing to do. You really want to spread your stories. You don't want to post 10 stories at midnight like I have done in the past. You want to really spread your stories throughout the day. So maybe pop in there in the morning, and you could do an inspirational. I love following, for me, I love following Propel Women on Instagram. They have a lot of great inspirational, or Proverbs 31 woman, or there's someone else that I like following because they have a lot of really good inspirational, and that would be an easy, I might share their thing to my story. Inspirational quotes, funny things, something. I usually do that in the morning, and then share something at lunchtime, and then share something in the evening. And y'all, you don't have to overthink it. Just simple. Find simple things. If you want picture stories, you can go to the One Tribe page, and there is a topic that says stories, and you can find tons of stories. You could also search the hashtag stories, and find a bunch of stories by searching the hashtag in the One Tribe page. So there's tons of things that you can share on there. But sharing a little bit of everything, but then also being real and talking in your stories, asking people questions, getting people engaged is wonderful. Your stories is where your friends go from cold leads to warm leads. That's where they feel like they get to know you. Hi, Becky. Sorry, I see her in the background. All the little kids in the background. Anyway, post on social media, share on your stories, and then you're going to be reaching out to 3 to 5 people a day, and then you will be following up. I have extra credit video on there, which is Diamonds in Mexico. That is going to be posted separately every day. You might already see it, but I've included it in kind of our IPA challenge for extra credit activity. Y'all, you can listen to those videos while driving in your car, while folding your laundry, while, whatever. I mean, I'm in my car all day long, so that's just an easy thing to do, to listen to, commute, throw it on. So this is all about fitting it into the busyness of your life. You don't have to sit down for 30 minutes and work your business. You can decide, okay, I'm going to get my post tonight, y'all. Go ahead and get your post ready for tomorrow, and then post it. You could post it in the morning. I usually find the prime times for posting are I think 7 to 9 in the morning, and then 11 to 1 in the afternoon, because it's lunchtime. And then in the evening, 8 to 11 o'clock at night on Facebook is amazing. On Instagram, for me, I have noticed, I don't know what it is about 3 p.m. on Instagram, but I've noticed that that's a really good time for me to post on Instagram. Noon or 3 are good times for me. I won't go into the details, but I know that you can do a little thing on your Instagram. If you have a creator account, you can search the insights, and it will actually tell you for your account what times are good for you. And I think Brandy and I did a call on that last month. But if you have questions, you can feel free to message me, and I can kind of do a little screen recording and show you how to do that, and set up your account so that you have those capabilities. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all tonight. I don't want to keep you too much longer, but I'm really, really, really excited about this upcoming challenge and just teaching you how to kind of fit things into the nooks and cranny of your day. Take this list with you everywhere you go. Like, I stick it in my purse. And that's why a lot of times I like to put my list inside my calendar, because it makes it easy for me. Or you can also, take a picture of it and put it on your phone. So you're like, ooh, I have a 5-minute break. I'm going to message 3 people with this message, and I will give you exactly what to message. So we have some really, really fun prizes. I'm going to stop our recording real quick.